Hi, Vijay Mistry here, CEO and founder of Rent a Director, author of many corporate training programs which have a green light status award from the UK Trade and Investment. And our purpose is to see leaders, entrepreneurs, directors, executives, and managers achieve standards of excellence in everything they do and scale up their businesses with ease. So, my dear friends, today I want to share with you a particular program. This is the Governance Excellence program for family businesses and private companies. So if you are a family business owner or part of a private company, this is applicable to you. And I want to share with you why this is such an important critical aspect as we enter 2021 and beyond. So this is something which is going to help you in the year 2021 and beyond. So let's go straight into this particular program, and I want to share certain slides with you. So first and foremost, this is basically, like I said, governance excellence for family business and private companies. But let's start with some challenges and what I have picked up. I mean, in 2020, I believe I must have spoken to about over 100 CEOs and executives from different sectors, from different businesses. And these are some of the key challenges that I have picked up. The first and foremost is short-termism. I note that many businesses have got this short-termism. In fact, there was this one particular group of companies, it was in retail, and what was happening is that they were having meetings which they considered to be board level meetings, but the discussions were all skewed to short-termism. It was all short-term discussions which was going through. So it wasn't really sort of linking the long-term to short-term. The second problem, which is a very big one, is suppression. What do I mean by suppression? It's the mindset itself, the openness and the mindset of looking into how to evolve into different sorts of capabilities, because this is where the best in class comes in play. So the suppression is there, and I note that many are not really opening to other opportunities and maximizing and capitalizing on the assets that they have at this particular point in time. The third, which is so important, and I'm sure you'll resonate this in many instances, in many businesses you might have come across, and that is lack of accountability. LOA stands for lack of accountability, role duplicity, misuse of authority. It's like everything is all over the place. Job descriptions, it's just not there, and there's so much fuzziness. And there was one particular manufacturing organization, and this was one of the key problem why that organization was struggling. It wasn't growing. Another key problem is lacking a roadmap. Now, there was one particular organization, I'm just sharing these examples as they come in my mind, and it had over 1,000 employees, and it was a family run business. But here's the thing, when I called in all the directors and asked them to write on a piece of paper what their purpose was, what their values were, what their mission was, and what was it, how can they grow from here to there, they could not even define where they want to go. The milestones, the specificity, everything was missing. So this is the problem, lacking direction. And there are 5 key elements in lacking direction. I'll quickly go through. First is obviously the financial aspects of growth. The second is obviously the career and the progression of the directors and the executives. The third is networking and the collaboration with everybody, including the social system within your organization. The fourth, which is very important, which I talk about in part of the self-mastery insights which I share, is health. Because without health, very difficult to run the show. And the fifth navigational path is the mindset itself, having the right frame of mind itself. But I just wanted to share these 5, which I believe are very important when it comes to roadmap, and this is what we do. Another key problem is disparity in expectations. Now, there was one particular organization, and they had set milestones, like year on year milestones, and these milestones were not really met. But here's the problem: the managing director himself is like coming up with excuses. He's saying that, well, it's the economy, it's not a good time right now, the circumstances are bad, the political environment itself is not conducive enough for our manufacturing organizations. He could come up with a lot of, I would say, excuses and lies, because at the end of the day, he was not realizing that there were other openness to opportunities out there. And I pointed a couple of them out to him. And this is what you really need to look into, is that disparity in expectations. What you expect and why those expectations have not been met because of poor execution. Moving to the next point is lacking oversight. My dear friends, have you ever come across a situation where there was a strategy or a particular project initiative which has been embarked onto, and 6 months down the line, it's not going the right way, just like disparity in expectations. But here's the thing: it lacks the oversight required. Imagine a football match. If you see a soccer, and I'm talking about here in London, United Kingdom, soccer matches like Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea and all these other teams playing. And here's the thing: if you note, they have a coach at every time, a coach or a manager who's going to tell them what they really need to tweak as they go to the second half as well, or to the next match as well. The problem here, my dear friends, is that oversight in businesses is missing because of the lack of the energy levels it had initially. So you see where I'm coming from. It's just like when somebody buys the next shiny object, and I've seen many CEOs wanting a Range Rover and this nice fancy gadgets and all sorts of technology driven equipment. And here's what happens: 6 months down the line, it's business as usual. The attention and the excitement dies down. And this is exactly what happens in businesses. So this is another key problem. Another one, by the way, this is such a big one, that is no ROET, which means return on executive time. You're not getting the right return on executive time. Imagine paying an executive an amount, and I'm not talking about your company, I'm sure it's doing well, but here's the thing: you could do better. That's what I'm trying to say. There is another step up and another game altogether, and this is why it is very important to keep your knowledge base, your competencies at the highest of levels. So, my dear friends, here's an opportunity I want to share with you, and this is something which is going to be a game changer for you. So let me share with you what it's going to really do. It's going to add to the governance competence of your top team. So if you're a family business, private company, what will happen is it's going to add that layer of governance competence for them to see governance with a different mindset altogether. So this is very powerful. Another important aspect is that when you start instilling some of these insights and initiatives which I'm talking about, what will happen is it's going to help you to position and help you to scale up as well, because you'll start seeing a clear distinction between governance and operations management. So it's very important to have that distinction in place. Third, this will take you 100 times deeper. It's going to immerse you into another journey altogether, which is the growth path for many businesses. So the impact is when you have best-in-class insights, and insights can only come when you have the right training and learning with you, which is going to take you to another platform altogether. Another key element which this is going to do is it will help you clarify the decision-making process. Any single choice that you make can be a breakthrough, or it can take you 10 steps back. It's the choices that you make. And when you have the right training and insights and the value drivers for your business, it can really be a game changer for you. So this is what this particular program will do. I believe our aim is for you to increase your earnings and cash flows. When you have clear decision making process itself, It's going to help you to increase your earnings and cash flows so long as you pay the right attention, so long as you take the right bite-sized initiatives to make those changes come true. Another key aspect which I mentioned, lack of accountability and unmet expectation, you now have clarity in expectations. Your expectations will be completely clear. And so here's an opportunity, and I want to share with you this one program which I have, which is called Achieving Boardroom Excellence. This is the next level for world-class directors and executives. It's only a 3-week modular program, so it's not something which is going to take you long, but you could master this if you repeat. You can get all the insights within a span of 3 weeks itself and make a magical impact to your business itself. And this is applicable to all sizes of companies in all sectors. Doesn't matter which continent you are in, because the pillars, the principles, the guidelines which I'm sharing are basically something which is going to help you to grow, to take you to another dimension. The regulations, the law, the bylaws in your country and jurisdiction may be slightly different. But the point here is that I'm trying to give you the best practice, the things that is going to help you. And if you can complement it and have it coexistence within your regulation itself, it's going to help you. It's going to synergize, because that is where the traction is. So let me share with you what we are going to cover in week 1. We're going to cover corporate governance, and that includes board structure, board composition, roles of directors, 10 qualities of an effective director, financial intelligence of the board, qualities of an effective chair, and board of directors. So you are going to get the whole frame and understanding of what it means. Even if you're a small business right now and you are thinking of 5 years you want to scale up, this is going to sort of springboard you, or it will give you that leverage to take you to that next platform. So this is a very good base and a pillar for you to grasp the whole concept of governance itself. The second week, which is again where the rubber meets the road, we're going to share the 10 functions of effective governing board. This is extremely important. Shareholders and stakeholders reputation, responsible directors questions. By the way, in all the modules, we have responsible director questions, because questions is going to help you to heighten your intelligence. We'll then go into appointment of management, governance versus management, monitoring of management, succession planning for the board, and I'll share 6 key steps with you. This is completely a no-brainer, as you can see, that we are sharing all the core components to give you that holistic 50,000 elevated feet insight for your particular business. We'll then go into week number 3, and in week number 3 we are going to share making board meetings productive, 8 tips for creating productive board meetings, managing group dynamics itself, the group dynamics, value setting, responsibility and ethics, progressive tips, and tone from the top. So this completely covers the whole aspect of this particular program. But there's something I want to take this to another level altogether. The price, by the way, is $1,497, but that's not the price I'm going to charge, because this is a limited time offer which I'm going to come up with. So stay with me on this one. But I want to share with you something else I want to give you with this particular program, and that is a cutting edge program. And this is the bonus I want to give, which is my flagship program, Progression to Excellence. Now this is a cutting edge leadership training program. Again, this is worth $1,497, and you will get it at absolutely no cost if you buy the Achieving Boardroom Excellence program. And in this one, I just want to share, this is a 6-week program, but you get it completely free. We're going to share how you can create a purpose statement, what you really need to do, the meaning behind having a purpose statement. We'll do the same for the core values, vision, and 27 drivers leading to world-class leadership. So when I'm talking about purpose, core values, and vision, you'll get the magic behind it. What is the importance, the meaning, what you really need to do, how to craft it for your particular business. So everything is fully explained. In the second week, we're going to go back into succession planning. And by the way, we go slightly deeper in this particular program where I will share with you the 18 criterias for having the right successor in place as well. So, if you're trying to pass it over to another generation or the other generation have taken over, you'll find this to be really, really applicable to you, because you will see the leadership pipeline growth for your particular organization. We'll then go into contingency planning, which is very important, especially in these uncertain times. You need the contingency planning. We'll then go into eliminating silos, that siloed mentality where people are just sort of confined. And I'll share with you the 7 steps of how you can eliminate silos. Now, this week number 3 is where you start building your competence. The competence which is going to add traction. And this, we are going through the finance. And when I'm talking about finance, I'm going through each and every aspect of finance, including the questions and what you really need to look into. We then go into strategy again, and I break it down completely. What you really need to do in strategy. We go into risk, and I share a risk framework, which is so powerful, which carries each and every component of the risk elements you need to consider. And then we go into best practice, what you really need to look into and what the challenges are. In week 4, we go into maximizing performance activators. And in this, I share with you balanced scorecard, what you really need to do. It's about having the right dashboards with you, having the right meaningful information for you so that you don't have laggers, but you have leading indicators. Making meetings meaningful. In the first one, achieving boardroom excellence, I'll be talking about productive meeting, but in this one, I break it down even further. So you'll get a complete deep dive surgical insight on how to make your meetings meaningful. My dear friends, saving 5 minutes every single day, that is equivalent to 25 minutes a week. Imagine how much time, that's as good as half an hour in a week. And if we have 52 weeks, that's almost 27 hours of saving. 27 hours of saving. If you just save 5 minutes and make it meaningful, just imagine the impact it can make and the hours you get back, the time that you can claim back. 27 hours a year. That is unbelievable. This is what this whole program is all about. And then the futuristic thinker. As we enter 2021, there is nothing that substitutes having the insight of how you can really figure out what the future trends are going to be, what the catalysts are. And I'll share with you some insights of what you really need to do to have that futuristic mindset. We then go into week number 5. Executive excellence. How to deal with an ineffective director. That's one of the things. And micromanaging, how to avoid micromanaging. That's part of the executive excellence. We then go into executive housekeeping, and this is about your mastery. This is about your self-mastery, personal development, looking after your health. Like I mentioned about the 5 navigational paths, this is about looking after yourself as well, what you really need to do. We then look into corporate social responsibility as well as ethics and challenges. So everything is perfectly covered. And in the final week, we go into a different tangent altogether. And in this, I want to share with you cybercrime. You and I know that cybercrime plays a pivotal role in businesses. So you will get one particular section just entirely on cybercrime and what you really need to do. Board composition. What should your board composition be like? I know we shared the same in achieving boardroom excellence. This will give you a couple of more insights as well in with a different perspective altogether. And finally, oversight and control. what you really need to look into when it comes to internal controls as well. So you get this particular program absolutely free. Let's take it a step further. I want to take it one more step. So here's what I want to do. I'll give you the complete suite of manuals which I have. And this is the corporate governance manual. You'll get the executive workbook, governance grid, and PowerPoint. I have one for the small and medium, and I've got for the large organization. So I'm happy to give you both of these. In fact, not only sidelining small and medium and large, but I am happy to give you both, so you could reflect points from both of these sets. So you get 8 different ebooks. So this is absolutely part of the program that you'll get. But I'll take it a step further as well. I'll also give you the directors and executive package, which is worth $97. And by the way, this has got the templates. It has got certain policy templates for you to take your business to the next level. And then I've got the power of integration. This is the core accountability. By the way, this is over an hour of a video which I've done, but it is phase 1 and phase 2. And it's going to give you a different perspective altogether. In fact, for me, this is something which is very close to my heart. And to end this up, I'll also give you the Governance Edge package. Now, the Governance Edge package is completely unedited version, so you'll see the raw version of me. But again, it gives you a different perspective on the governance concepts which are discussed in the Achieving Boardroom Excellence. So I want to make this a complete no-brainer. So here's what you'll get. I'll just summarize it. You get the Achieving Boardroom Excellence program. You get the Progression to Excellence program. You will also get the Ultimate Governance Package program, which has all the ebooks that you'll get. You'll get the Governance Edge, and you will get the Directors and Executive Package, plus the Power of Integration. You get all these programs which are worth $3,582. And if you purchase this, there's a countdown below, so it's a limited time offer. It's only $997. I was asked by a business owner that, Vijay, why are you giving so much value? Does it mean that your programs don't hold too much value or something? And my response is this, that I have an affinity for the developing world. While I live in this Western world in London, United Kingdom, I want to do something for the developing world as well. I want them to grow as well. And I want that disparity not there anymore. So this knowledge base, for me, it's going to enrich me as well. So I want to do something. This is the reason I've kept it as a no-brainer, just $997. And you know it and I know it. I mean, you know how much you're paying your executives. You know how much your company is worth. And you know how much this is worth to your company. So it's just one particular layer of adding value to your business, but it's going to take it to a completely different level altogether. And there's one more layer of trust I want to add to this, because I'm very confident about what my programs are. For any reason, if within 14 days you see that this program does not add exceptional value, and by exceptional value 10 times the value, if you cannot see a 10x value, just let us know and we'll give you the full refund. You'll get the Achieving Boardroom Excellence program, module 1, module 2. I'll even open up the Progression to Excellence, module 1 and module 2. If at that point you feel that this is not adding value, just let us know. You are important to us, and for us, we have this client obsession as one of our values. We believe that our clients come first, and this is why we want you to build that trust with us. So this is what we are doing, giving you a 100% guarantee. You get your money back. I mean, no one has claimed, but this is how confident we are. And click the button below this particular video, and you'll get immediate access to this particular program. And it's your decision, your choice. You decide. I have shared what this particular program will do, how it's going to really help you. I believe it's going to be magical. It's going to make an impact. And I believe that you're already in the path of success. If you watch this video, irrespective, you have already gone to that next level, and I know you are hungry for growth in your particular business. So my dear friends, thank you very much for listening to me, and I enjoyed shooting this video. I hope you found this valuable, and I hope at some point you and I we meet and I'm able to help you as well. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye for now.